If you're not yet a subscriber, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the little bell icon so you can be alerted each and every time we make a new video. Hey everybody, Ira Miller here with Homes Around the Villages YouTube channel. And so I haven't talked to y'all in the office very much. Most of my latest videos are either videos of homes that I'm shooting for other people, or maybe some videos where I'm doing repairs to homes and taking care of business there with some of my listings. But I thought, man, I need to start getting in the office and start giving more information, relevant information, I think, about the villages. You know, I think I have over 300 or thereabout videos on my YouTube channel with discussing taxes in the villages and recreation centers in the villages and homes in the villages and the CDD in the villages and, you know, and on and on and on. Now, I don't know if some of these videos, if I have so many videos, they might have gotten lost in the inventory of videos that we have. And do I need to start redoing some of those? I might do that. I've even talked about how to drive the roundabouts in the villages. So I've tried to cover everything, every topic I can possibly think of. But if there's anything that y'all might be looking for, information, go ahead and leave a comment down there, and we'll see what we can do about answering any question or doing whatever it is that you would like us to do. Maybe do some videos. I know we've kind of covered the new area somewhat, and the turnpike and the traffic on the turnpike, and we try to think of everything we can to try to bring that to you, our subscribing audience. And so anyways, one thing I do want to talk to you about today, which is it's new, but it's not new, all right? But it's something that I feel like I need to cover with everybody who comes to see me. And with a little bit of reluctancy, but it is what it is. And so I have to put this out there. And it's probably best that I put that out there on a video so everybody has the proper expectations when they come to see me. But I just want to let you know that we have what's called a buyer disclosure and information form. We're going to go ahead and put this for you to look at right now. So since you've looked over this buyer information form, I'm going to kind of go over this buyer information form with you. Now, when you come to see us, we're probably going to give you a little cover letter. And this is the cover letter that you're going to be getting, anybody who is interested in buying a home today. So let's go ahead and go through this buyer disclosure and information form that my brokerage, who I work for, I don't own this brokerage. It is owned by another gentleman, by Gus Grizzard. This is ERA Grizzard Real Estate Buyer Disclosure and Information Form. So number one, now a lot of this stuff, as I have in my cover letter, says that a lot of this stuff is already in a contract or offer that we would submit for you, a buyer, should you be looking to buy a home through me. So when you're buying a home or listing a home, okay, I'm assisting in the purchase or I'm assisting in the listing. So all listings go under the broker's name. So even though it might have Ira Miller as the listing agent, it's actually the brokerage that that has the listing. And so that would be in a seller's situation. In a buyer's situation, there are these requirements and equal housing opportunities, things like that. So I'm going to go over that with you right now So we have all that out of the way, and I don't actually have to submit that to you right up front. But when we're doing an offer or a contract, then you'll probably see this form again. It is mutually agreed that, number one, legal requirement. In Florida, generally contracts for sale and purchase of real property for periods in excess of 1 year must be in writing and signed by the buyer and seller in order to be enforceable. If you do not understand any agreement presented to you, including any contract or lease, seek the advice of an attorney prior to signing. These are just legal requirements that are kind of necessary in contracts. All right, number two, equal housing opportunity. Broker/salesman is required by law to treat all parties in property transactions fairly without regard to sex, color, religion, country of origin, sex, handicap, and familial status. There may also be additional protected classes in some localities. Number three, ERA Grizzard Real Estate frequently, when requested, will supply the names and addresses of companies whose services may aid in the closing of the sale. The buyer and seller shall hold ERA Grizzard Real Estate and its agents harmless of any liability or responsibility whatsoever related to these services, whether from damage to the property, claims of insufficiency or negligence in providing services, or any other cause whatsoever. Neither party is required to utilize the services of providers referred by ERA Grizzard Real Estate and may obtain the services from any provider. Number four, buyer's verifications of information. It is the responsibility of the buyers to verify all information. In the event that any information pertaining to any or all of the following: property dimensions, square footage, legal description, structural definition, room sizes, property tax information, and/or mortgage status, is found to be incorrect or inaccurate as a result of survey, title search, transmittal of mortgage information, building specifications, or through any source or document, the buyer shall hold ERA Grizzard Real Estate and its agents harmless and free of any liability or responsibility whatsoever. Number five, radon gas. It's already in the contract, but a little redundancy going on here. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that, when it has accumulated in a building in sufficient quantities, may represent health risks to persons who are exposed to it over time. Levels of radon that exceed federal and state guidelines have been found in buildings in Florida. Additional information regarding radon and radon testing may be obtained from your county public health unit. There are many other hazardous materials that could affect the property that you may be shown. Number six, lead-based paint information. It says said building was built around, and then that date is filled in. If the property you intend to purchase was built before 1978, it may contain lead-based paint, and your agent will provide you with the required disclosures. So if any property is built before 78, you will see a lead-based paint document added to your contract. Number seven, buyers. Real property sales disclosure. Upon closing, the sale of this real property may have the following additional costs required in the form of closing costs. Your lender and closing agent/attorney will provide you with the total of fees and costs before closing. Credit report, appraisal fee, recording fee, intangible tax, documentary stamps, survey, photograph, title examination, preparation of papers, and closing abstracting fee, title insurance, origination fee, accrued interest, inspections required by the lender, such as roof or termite. Prepaid items, hazard insurance premiums, escrow deposit for taxes and insurance, flood insurance premium. Number 8, electronic signatures. The parties agree, and we do a lot of electronic signatures through me and my YouTube channel, because a lot of people from up north buy a lot of homes just from the videos. Electronic signatures, the parties agree that the offer, any counteroffer, and/or acceptance of any offer or counteroffer may be communicated by use of fax, email, or other electronic means of transmitting documents, and that the signatures, initials, and handwritten or typewritten modification to any of the documents transmitted electronically shall be accepted as if the original signature. Initials and modifications were present on the documents in the handwriting of each party. Neither party shall assert the statute of frauds or non-enforceable or invalidity of the contract because of electronic copies being used. And both parties specifically waive and relinquish any such claims or defense. The parties agree to execute and provide original signature copies as soon as possible to all parties involved. So, electronic signatures are just as good as your original signatures, but we'll still try to get the original signatures at a later date. All right, number 9, transaction fee. ERA Grizzard Real Estate will also collect a transaction fee at closing from buyers and/or sellers in which there is an established brokerage relationship in the amount of $399 for certain documentation and processing expenses, including but not limited to such items as processing recorded documents, completing and obtaining signatures on forms such as non-representation, transaction, and single agency, energy efficiency, flood zone, Foreign Investors Real Property Tax Act, also known as FIRPTA, Homeowners Association, ITIN, EPS Form W7, non-residential lien, lead paint, radon, real property costs to buyers, real property costs to seller, and seller disclosure of known defects for the file storage and retrieval. In addition, for the customer of the transaction only, the storage of transaction-related documents for 5 years from the closing date, in-office notary services for life, unlimited scanning and emailing of documents during normal hours, and limited black and white copies. So basically what this means is ERA Grizzard Real Estate has to store all these documents for 5 years for you, the buyer or the seller. If for some reason you can't locate your original paperwork for the sale of your property, or maybe a survey or whatever, we electronically store all of those documents for a fee of $399. Okay, so, and we also offer unlimited copies for anything, unlimited notary services, and we will scan and we'll email or whatever in a transaction for that $399 fee. Okay, so that's what that fee is all about. I can tell you, just about every brokerage charges this transaction fee. All right, number 10, buyer's responsibilities for property inspections. In most real estate transactions, the buyer has the right to have various inspections made for their benefit, including but not limited to termite, building structure, mechanical systems, appliances, water, hazardous waste, compliance with zoning and building codes, and relative floodplain floodplain levels. ERA Grizzard Real Estate and its agents do not recommend or endorse specific inspectors or contractors for the various inspections. If requested, you may be provided with a list of local contractors to perform the various inspections and services. The inspectors and contractors you employ are solely responsible for their own statement, representations, and actions. Your employment of any such contractors must be solely upon your own determination of such contractors' ability to perform the services you requested. So what I can tell you is, most people don't know of any inspector in this area when they come to buy a home here. Some do. Some have bought multiple homes and have used other inspectors and want to go back to that same inspector or whatever. If you're not familiar with the area, you don't know of any names of an inspector, we'll go ahead and refer those to you. And if you want, we'll go ahead and make the appointment for you as well. Actually, Blakely, my assistant, will do that for you. All right, so that's what that number 10 is all about. Number 11, affiliated businesses. This is to give you notice that your chosen realtor, ERA Grizzard Real Estate, the company, has a business relationship with Lindello, LLC, Lindello Mortgage, through its partial ownership. Because of the nature of the relationship, the referral to you and your selection of Lindello Mortgage may provide the company with financial and other benefits. The companies are distinct, and an employee or agent of one shall not be deemed as an employee or agent of the other. You are not required to use Lindello Mortgage as a condition for purchase, sale, or refinance of the subject property. And in capital letters, there are frequently other financial service providers available with similar services. You are free to shop around to determine that you are receiving the best services and the best rate for these services. And I always suggest that. And if you don't have a lender who you usually work with, Lindello is one of the lenders I usually suggest. I also suggest Citizens First Mortgage over in the Villages. They have really good rates and very good customer services, so those are two. And then a third one, if you're out of state and you just want to go ahead and get pre-approved or whatever, Rocket Mortgage is always a good place to go ahead and apply online. I know Citizens First Bank, you can apply online as well. All right, so wire fraud prevention, never trust wiring instructions via email. Criminals, hackers are targeting email accounts of various parties involved in real estate transactions, e.g. lawyers, title agents, mortgage brokers, and real estate agents. These emails are convincing and sophisticated. Among other concerns, this has led to fraudulent wiring instructions being used to divert funds to the criminal's bank account. These emails may look like legitimate emails from the proper party. If you receive an email regarding instructions that contains any suspicious information, do not click on links in the email that may not reply. Okay. Broker strongly recommends that buyer, seller, and their respective attorneys and others working on a transaction refrain from placing any sensitive personal and financial information in an email, directly or through an email attachment. When there is a need to share Social Security numbers, bank accounts, credit card numbers, wiring instructions, or similar sensitive information, broker strongly recommends using more secure means, such as providing the information in person, over the phone, or through secure mail or package services whenever possible. In addition, before buyer and seller wires any funds to any party, including buyer or seller attorney, title agent, mortgage broker, or real estate broker, personally call them to confirm the information is legitimate, i.e. confirm the ABA routing number or SWIFT code We've heard a lot about Swift banking lately. And credit account number. Buyer and seller should call them at a number that is independently obtained, e.g. from this contract, the recipient's website, etc., and not use the number in the email in order to be sure that the contact is a legitimate party. So there you go. And then I or we acknowledge having read the above and have signed prior to signing sales contract. So that is the entire buyer disclosure and information form. So if we are writing up an offer for you, then this is what you'll see, our cover letter, reminding everybody what you're about to read and sign, and then we'll send this as well. All right, so that's business that I wanted to go ahead and get out of the way and take care of, so we can move forward with any offers or contracts, and you know what's coming. So basically you'll see this, you'll see other addendums that we are gonna go ahead and produce in making offers for you that we've talked about on the phone. So everything is up front, and there's no hidden agenda here. All right, so that's gonna complete this video for us, and as always, feel free to leave comments. We appreciate you watching this video. Please, if you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell icon, so you'll be notified each and every time we make a new video here. All right, so thanks again for watching, and if we can be of any service to you, please feel free to call my cell phone, 352-454-9561. That goes directly to me, or Blakely, my assistant, 352-204-9026. And I can tell you lately, everybody likes to talk to Blakely, so you will love talking with her. She's very efficient, and she can definitely take care of whatever your needs are. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.